Hi, welcome everyone. This is just a quick video we're doing to complement the article that we wrote on this topic about the problem with relying on Social Security for when you retire. And so we're going to discuss that problem, and hopefully the information that we present here will be a benefit to you. And so yeah, we're going to do this interview style. So Maria's going to just ask me some questions. I'm going to respond to those questions, and then we'll wrap up at the end. Okay, so I'll turn the time over to my lovely wife, Maria.
Okay. So is Social Security a good retirement plan?
So what happens is Social Security was never meant to be a retirement plan, like to replace your full income. And it actually only replaces like 40% of your income. So no, it's not good to just rely on Social Security checks to keep you going after you retire. You need to have some other way of bringing more income in to help with that. Unless you're okay, living in a trailer and not living your dreams, not living the typical dream of what we think of when we think of being retired, right? So.
Yeah. So how does Social Security benefit work?
Yeah, so throughout your working years, so the 40 to 50 years where you're working in your career, you pay into the Social Security program. And it would be nice if that meant that it was like a savings program, right, where you paid in and they took all the money that you contributed and they set it aside, they invested it or whatever. And then when you retire, you receive that money back, plus all the earnings that you've received over those 40 to 50 years, but that's not the way it works. The way it works is we're paying in today while we're working, and we're actually providing the benefits for the people that are in retirement right now. And so it's kind of a weird thing, because then later in life when we retire, then we're hoping that the people that are paying into the system at that point are paying enough in to support all of us, right? Now don't worry, the money's never going to run out, right? Because the government, they can print more. But the problem is that that just adds to the inflation, and it means all of our costs go up, and so the value of the money goes down.
Is there a problem with people today depending too much on Social Security?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people, they live for the now, right? They don't think about the long term, and so they're thinking about keeping up with the Joneses, trying to live the lifestyle now. Maybe it's the lifestyle that you were used to growing up with your parents after they'd been working for so many years, right? And you're like, oh, well, this is what I need to myself. And so they need to get that new car, they need to get that nice house, and all their money that they're earning from their income is going out to pay for all these things. And so it works out that they're not thinking about saving money now. They're just thinking about spending. Like, oh, I make this much money, I can afford this car payment, I can afford the house payment, and we can afford this big lifestyle. And so they're not saving up money for retirement. And so when retirement comes, they end up facing a drastic reduction in their income. Now they don't have money saved up, like from a retirement account. They just have Social Security, which they're depending on. And sadly, it's more than 40% of people are relying on Social Security alone for more than 50% of their expenses after retirement. And at the same time, 20% of people are using Social Security to cover 90% of their expenses. So you can see there's a lot of people that are kind of caught in this trap where they didn't plan properly, didn't prepare properly for retirement, and all they have to live on is Social Security. And so that's the problem.
Why is it a problem just to live on Social Security checks?
Yeah, so the problem comes in kind of what the lifestyle that we want to live in retirement, I guess. When we are working and we're earning a good wage throughout our working years, we've kind of come to expect a certain lifestyle. And so we've got this nice house, nice cars, whatever. And at the same time, we're also dreaming like, oh, retirement, we just expect that retirement's going to be the same, but now we have all of our time. We're freed up to do things we want to do, right? We're free to spend that money in different ways than we have in the past, I guess, without having to worry about going into the job every day. And so I can remember when I started working in my career thinking that, yeah, I can't wait for retirement. It's going to be so fun. We're going to have all this money saved up. We're going to be able to go travel around, do all these fun things that we don't have time for now. And the reality is that if you don't plan for that and prepare for that, then the reality is you get to the retirement age, your income drops, you don't have the money and the means to do those things that you wanted to do if you're just relying on Social Security. Because like I mentioned earlier, it's only meant to cover a portion of what your wages were before. And so you hit retirement age and your income drops off big time. And over time too, as you're retired, during your retired years, the spending power of that money goes down because of inflation and stuff like that. They try to adjust things and cover things by giving you a cost of living increase, but the timing of that is always strange, and so it doesn't always work out with what your expenses are. And also, studies have shown that over time, your Social Security dollars decline in value, like in their spending power goes down. It's just not keeping up with inflation. And if you consider too that you're going to be retired for maybe 30 years, living in retirement, and do you really want to be living on this meager income for that long, right? Like after you've worked all these years, you've put in all this labor and all this effort with the expectation that you're going to have this nice, comfortable retirement, and that doesn't come. It's like, oh, such a downer, right? To hit those retirement years and then realize you got time, but you don't have money now, right? Where before you had money and no time as you're working all those years. It's just kind of a sad situation for a lot of people. So
what can be done?
So there's lots of things, I guess, that can be done. Like if you're on top of it and listen to what they tell you to do when you're in your 20s, which I think a lot of people don't, you hopefully would have started saving, investing money into a retirement account, paying into a company-sponsored 401k or putting money into an IRA or Roth IRA. Then if you were diligent with that and consistent, then over the 40 to 50 years where you're working, then that money is going to be earning interest and compounding, right? The compounding effect would be in play where the money you're putting in is getting interest, but also the interest that you're earning is also earning interest, and that just multiplies. And so hopefully by the time you retire, you've got a nice amount built up that you can then live comfortably on. But the sad reality is a lot of people don't do that, I think, or they start too late. And so some things I would recommend is first probably talking to a financial advisor. Just say, hey, here's my financial situation. What are my options? And these financial advisors, a lot of times they'll meet with you for free. They won't charge you to visit with them and kind of lay things out and figure things out. And then you can ask around for recommendations and look online and stuff to find someone that is going to work for you. The second thing I'd recommend is also you can, once you start receiving your Social Security check, I guess you can kind of extend your working years. So you can start receiving your Social Security check and continue working while you're receiving that. And then that will help you to have extra money coming in while you're still working. And so then you can kind of save up more money in those later years. And the last thing I'd recommend is that you start a business or do something that brings in additional income for you, that generates additional income that will continue coming in even when you stop working. And so this might be like a passive income, a residual income, like the Starfish platform that we promote here on our website, on our channel. You can actually so the Starfish platform is a payment platform people can use to go pay for things instead of using a credit card, and they can save money on everything they're buying. But the very cool thing is that you can also, if you refer other people to use the platform, you can get paid. So while they are out shopping and saving money, you are earning commissions on everything that they are buying. And so that's the sort of thing where, in the situation, people are always going to need to be going shopping, at Walmart, Amazon, Target, eating out at restaurants, people are always going to be doing this, right? And so as they go and do this, you can benefit from that, and you can get paid on that residual income month to month, ongoing, right? And that's something that can support you through those retired years. It can be a great benefit to you, especially if you don't have other sources of income besides Social Security. And that's just one example of a business that you can do. You could also invest in real estate if you have enough money to get started in that. And there's other options we talk about that we share here on our website in different articles. And so, but just having some kind of a business or an investment that you have that's producing income for you is going to be a great way to have more money available to you during retirement.
So even though Social Security isn't the best option as far as it being the only option, it is helpful, but it's not going to get you that dream retirement like we imagine it will. And so when that reality hits us, there are things that we can do. And that's what you're trying to teach in this article.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, definitely. Social Security benefit, I mean, it can definitely help you, and it does help you, but it's not something that you should rely on as your sole source of retirement income.
Okay, so great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we got for you now. If you want to learn more, you can go to the article and read the full article about it. And if you have any questions, reach out to us. We'd be happy to chat and visit with you and share more of what we know, what we've learned over the years as we've been working through these same things ourselves. So thanks for being here. Bye.
Bye.